Joe starts off this hour in Dallas, Texas. Joe, welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show.
Hey, appreciate you taking my call. I have a question that kind of dovetails into your entree leadership section you had a couple days ago.
Okay.
If you don't mind.
Sure.
So I have an aviation company that's kind of been a one-man show for many years, but in the last few years it's been growing, and I've been hiring employees. I'm up to 4 now, so it's pretty small. Mm-hmm. But here's the question. How do I pay for, I'm a believer in pay for performance, mm-hmm. but some of the areas of my company don't really have a performance that's hinged to a number, mm-hmm. As far as production or things of this nature. How do I go about paying employees that could be hinged to performance without having to open up my books to them, mm-hmm. and, in other words, paying off a profit? Mm-hmm. And if so, is there ever a time where you want to open up your books to your more trusted employees?
Mm. Well, we do it several different ways here. Obviously, where I would put the receptionist on straight commission if I could figure out a way. I like everybody having skin in the game. I love that. Right. I've been on straight commission running my own business my whole life. I don't even know how to think otherwise. But there's a lot of people don't think that way. So a couple things. Obviously, you can do commissions where there's something that's commissionable. That's not really what you're asking about. The second thing you can do as you get a little bit bigger, you're not going to do it at this size now, but I have several team members here that are trusted and are seeing the entire set of books, but they're our top echelon of leaders. There's 15 or 20 of them out of 800. To give you an idea. Right. Okay? And they're paid off the bottom line. They're paid as if they were partners. Okay. Some of them are paid off the bottom line of the business unit that they run. For instance, we might have an SVP of Financial Peace, and whatever the net profits of Financial Peace are, that SVP might get paid off of that. Our operating board members here are paid like partners. They're paid completely off the bottom line. And there's 15 of them. Okay? There's not 15 off the bottom line, but there's 15 operating board members. So they're different types. The Ramsey family doesn't get paid the same way in that regard.
You're retaining 100% ownership.
Yes.
At the end of the year, if there's money left over.
No, every month we pay it out. But I have 100% ownership. But we just close the books, and your bonus is based on the profit of the company. That's simple. And we close the books each month, by the 15th, or close them by the 7th and pay out on the 15th of the month following. That's a pretty complicated method, and I really wouldn't suggest that with 4 people. That'll drive you nuts, okay? Kind of the more traditional thing that we do is we have profit sharing. Now, one of the core values we have on the back wall of our conference center where we all meet twice a week, and we talk about this out loud at least once a month. One of the core values of this organization is we share the profits. I believe in dancing with the girl that brought you, And so if you're in here and you're killing it for 10 years, you ought to be sharing in the profits more than somebody's been here 10 days. But if you're in here and you're killing it, we ought to share with you, It's that simple. I don't have a desire to make $1 bazillion and nobody in this place be paid reasonable wages plus sharing in the profits. So they're sharing in the profits. Now, what I do there is, before all those other people get their split and before I get my split, those people off the bottom line, and a line item of expense in their P&L, in our P&L, is profit sharing. And we just get to the bottom line of profits, and we call it net profit 1. And before we get to net profit O, which is the bottom line, we take out an emergency fund percentage, funding retained earnings. We take out a percentage for funding HR activities. We take out a percentage for profit sharing. So in other words, every single month, we take a percentage of our profits and set them aside to share with our team. And there's guidelines on how we're sharing with the team. We do not tell them what that percentage is. In other words, they don't know what percentage of my bottom line I share with my team. They don't know that. But what we do tell them each month, every single month from the stage in staff meeting is profits last month that you're going to get a part of went up 7% over the month before and 14% over this time last year. Okay? which means profits are better. So that's probably going to mean good news. Oh, by the way, we have 14 new people in the profit sharing plan because you have to be here a year before you're in it. Okay, and so they've come through their year, and now they're in the profit sharing plan, and so there's while profits have gone up, there's more people eating at the table. And so the average profit sharing check this month will go up by 2.4%. And we tell them that. And so if you know what you made last month, you know you're going to get a little bit more this month, or profits are down this month because we didn't collect this item, or we had this big expense come through on a server, or we're moving to another building and we're having to pay for all that crap, and it comes out of profits. And so this month profits are down an average of this. And we give them some indicators relative to where they were before, but they do not know the percentage, because I may adjust the percentage up or down of our profits that we allocate. And there's no need in them trying to back into what the profitability of the company is. That is not, it's a privately held company. That's not a known fact.
Right. And then if they've been with the company a long time, or if they have a particularly valuable position, or they're paid commensurate with the value to the company. In other words, a secretary is paid less than a board member or something of this nature.
Well, board members aren't in profit sharing. They're eating off the bottom line. Anybody that's got a commissions, in our case, above $100,000, or if they're in leadership and they make above $200,000, they're not in profit sharing. They're making plenty of money. Shut up. You know, this is for somebody. This is for somebody who's down here grunting it out, and I want to be able to share with the receptionist. I want to be able to share with the live event producer that, you know, that's making $60K. I'd love for them to have another 10 or 15K out of our profits that year and get them up way above market in terms of their total earnings, but they don't have a way to do that because they're not on commission.
Right.
And so, yeah, but they do want to pick up a piece of paper out of the parking lot, because if there's 800 of us dropping a piece of paper, that means we have to hire another maintenance person, and profits just went down. So treat the freaking place like you own it. You're self-employed, and you will keep the profits going up, and therefore your personal wallet will be lined. Plus, you have the pride of ownership of being part of a team that has a sense of being self-employed. So everybody's self-employed. We share the profits. These are two of our core values. They're both reflected in that whole system. And that's how we do it. And we've changed that over the years, but that's, you know, the whole purpose here is, A, be generous with the people that are excellent, B, get rid of the people that aren't excellent.